Hey, my name is Sean. Welcome to Echoes in Eternity Bourbon. You ready for something spooky? Man, I'm telling you what, I had a very nice weekend. Had an opportunity to go up this weekend, visit with my daughter, visit with the grandboys, have a good time, eat some good food. And on the way there, I got to stop at a liquor store that someone from the channel told me about. Dave Vogelsang had told me, you need to check out Red Hot Liquors next time you're in Cleveland, Tennessee. Happens to be my daughter lives there. So on the way in, I told my daughter, hey, I'm going to stop there. I want to check it out. A friend told me it was something to check out. So I'm going to have some video in here. I want you to kind of look at the store too. But I also want to talk about my experience in there and just what a nice time it was. Very nice people in there. Owner was fantastic. You could tell he takes a lot of pride in his store. And I really like the way that he does things. Had a nice conversation with him for a few minutes. And I tell you what, just class act, class act, class act. So, Rupin, really like your store. But let me talk about a couple other things first. We had a couple of giveaways. We had the winner for the comments in there, and that was Bama Row 647. So Bama Row 647. And then we had William Hines from the Patreons. You guys are each going to get a 2-ounce pour of this 100% wheat. This is a Frey Ranch coming in at 133.12 proof. Cracked this for a bottle share we had a couple weeks ago. It is fantastic. I can't wait to get you guys' thoughts on that. So when I went into the store, they were actually in the middle of dropping a barrel of Russell's. And Russell's Reserve here. This was a store pick that they did. Friends Picking Turkey 2024. You can see the cool tater sticker on the back there. I was able to actually get 2 of these. And the very neat part about Red Hot Liquors is when you walk in, they have most of their store picks that they have right on the counter, so you can have a little sample and taste it to make sure it's something you like. A lot of good times in there. This was just flying off the barrels. I was fortunate to get 2 bottles. I just happened to luck in at the right time when they were doing this. A lot of other neat things there. I was also able to pick up this Jack Daniel's Distillery series right here, which is a twice barreled rye. As you can tell, I've liked this a little bit already. And the one thing that Rupin had told me is they have a barrel pick release every week. They're releasing something in there. They had a lot of great store picks in there. So look, get to the video a little bit. Check out the video, check out the store. I can't say enough good things about the store. If you're ever in that area, if you're in North Georgia, North Alabama, or in that part of Tennessee, you got to hit him, especially on a Saturday. It seems like when he's dropping his barrels over there. Once you get inside, find out about his points club, things like that, because there's a lot of neat things there. But check out the video. When I come back, I want to review this Russell's bottle right here. See you on the other side. Welcome back. So, like I said, I got to try this there, and I was really impressed. And the story that they actually said that they had a couple of, I think, Camp Nelsons pulled down, and they had this barrel there, and they all said we like this barrel better. And so it was just kind of hands and above. It was above everything there. It was heads above everything there. So let's get into this one right here. Looking at the coloring on this, this is almost like a light orange, almost like a burnt yellowish looking color there, sitting up on the edge of the glen. So I'm getting some vanilla on there. I'm getting some barrel char on there, which I really like on this. And it's strange for me. Maybe I'm getting a little bit of an apple and some caramel in there. I don't know if it's that time of the season where my mind's predisposition that I love some carameled apples. Don't know. A little bit of brown sugar on there. Let's get this thing on the palate, see what we got. Man, this thing right here, it comes in nice and sweet. It's very sweet, which I like off right off the front on this. But it has this nice kind of a funkiness on the back that I'm really digging. It actually made me salivate there a little bit on that first pour. Makes me want to go right back to it. Get some of the legs running down on here, so got some nice oils through here. So this is super smooth for me. It's 110 proofer. If I remember right, yep, 110 proofer. These are always 110 proof. Super smooth up front, but it's got a little bit of that drying from the oak, but it also has this little bit of a funk on the back that just kind of makes me salivate a little bit, makes me want to come back for it. It's got a nice medium plus finish, getting some of that nice Kentucky hug in the chest, but it's not blowing me up. First pour of the day, 110 proof. It's really in that nice sweet spot for me. So I am getting a little bit of the brown sugar, definitely getting some of the vanilla, that little bit of that apple I got on the nose. I'm not really getting on the palate yet, but man, this is a nice, nice pour. This thing just gets smoother and smoother as you go. Getting a nice little bit of a sweet corn note on this as well, but it does have layers to it, and it's neat because up front I didn't realize that it had some of the oils it is, but now it's just kind of like wave after wave after wave. Some of the brown sugar, some of the caramel, some of the vanilla. And then I get, like I said, that nice bitterness, not bitterness, bitter, not super bitter, but just that nice drying on the back of the palate that I like, that with some of that oak that's present on there. At a great age range in there, 9+ years. And it just makes me just want to sip on it more and more. So excellent pick out there at Red Hot Liquors. I can't say enough nice things about your Rupin out there. The people that went pick this did a fantastic job. The second bottle I picked up, I actually picked it up for a buddy. I said, look, we're going to crack this. If you like it, you want the other, then you can get the other. And Chris, sure enough, liked it, and he got the other one. So I was excited about that, too. He's a big Russell's guy. So look, maybe you want a pour of this. What do you have to do? Look, Sunday, do it again. You're in the comments, put red hot in the comments. Red hot in the comments. So if you put red hot somewhere in the comments, you're over 21, continental US. Member of the channel, likes, put that in the comments. You have an opportunity to win that. Also, if you're a Patreon in that $5 or $15 range, you'll also have an opportunity to be drawn if you haven't been drawn for something already this month. You can never go wrong with Russells. I think the Russells, the different picks that you get from Russells, the different private select picks like this, I'm always a big fan of these. I think that they do a good job when they turn these out. It's just not, something that's just going to be average. It's always going to be very good to extremely good. And this is in that extremely good range right there. This has a lot more depth. This is something you would find more on kind of like a 13, not quite a 15, but man, if you had a few more years on there, it could be in that 15 range. But it's got a lot of depth to it, man. And it just gets oilier and oilier and oilier as you drink on this. So fantastic pour. Great job, you guys. Every time I go visit my daughter now, I'm gonna have to make a pit stop there. So I'm excited about that too. Look, Halloween's coming up. A lot of kids are gonna be out there trick or treating. Just be careful on the roads. It's getting darker earlier. Gonna be a lot of kids running around. Just be cautious. Have a good time. Just have a fun time with the kids. I remember when I was a kid and I got to do those things. It always made such great memories. Hanging out with my cousins and going back over to my aunt's house afterwards, and we'd sit back by the fireplace and watch spooky movies and eat our junk and just have a good time. And I'm hoping the kids are getting to do that as well. And I'm hoping you're having a good time with your family and your friends. We're going to go hang out with some friends and just go hang out in the neighborhood in the circle, have a big, pit with a fire out there, and we'll have some different foods and just sit out and have, a drink or two and just have a good time passing out candy to the kids and just laughing and chuckling and cutting up. Man, when you see this, it's going to be Wednesday at lunchtime. You're halfway through the work week if you're a Monday through Friday guy like me, on the downhill slide for the weekend. I hope your days when you're at work, man, I tell you what, most important thing you have and the most valuable currency you ever have is time. I'm hoping when you're working, your work day goes by fast, but I hope you're successful in everything you do. You bring great energy to your teams and they bring it right back. But when you get off, I hope that dial just turns it down a little bit so you can have a great time with your family, your friends. Most importantly, rejuvenate yourself. You can't take care of somebody else unless you take care of yourself. So take care of yourself out there. Have a nice pour, read a good book, catch up with an old friend, watch some kids trick or treat, and just laugh and reminisce a little bit. But most importantly, all, cheers and God bless. I hope you all have an amazing day. Thank you.